Hi guys, welcome back to the Sicilian Revival. My name is Chris, aka Big Will, and today we have our first game as a Serie A club, but it's going to be in a cup tie against Modena in Serie B. We're not going to play a league game today, we're just playing this cup tie, and then we'll get a couple of league games out of the way, and we'll have a full transfer roundup at the end of August, and then we will see our first games in an episode on Monday in Serie A. So going into this game, I'm not too sure what to expect, if truth be told. Yes, we got promoted from Serie B, but we've had a bit of a rough pre-season, if truth be told. It's been a bit of a difficult one. Yes, we've played some good sides, but we only managed draws against Palermo and Cremonese. We lost heavily to Frankfurt by 3 goals to 0, and we also lost to Reggio Calabria by 2 goals to 1, and they're a Serie C club. We did bring some of our youth players into the fold, and they did have a little bit of game time as well. A 3-1 win at home against Rapid Vienna was a good result, and a 2-1 defeat at home to Sturm Graz. So we need to pick it up a little bit, if truth be told. And in the way of the squad, we're looking reasonably well balanced, if truth be told. We have made a couple of signings, like I say, and we've currently got a squad of 23 players. And we've loaned out a few players as well. Obviously, we'll go into all the transfers in a moment, but the balance of the squad isn't looking too bad. And I think overall, we've had a pretty successful summer as things stand. So, in terms of budgets, we are a little bit overspending on wage budget at the moment. We are still trying to work out a couple of bits and pieces in the transfer window. And our overall wage budget for the campaign was set at 160 odd thousand. We've managed to bump it up to just short of 200,000 in terms of budgets that we had in terms of transfer money and everything like that as well. So it has worked out reasonably well. But seeing as though we're going up against the likes of Inter Milan, AS Roma, AC Milan, Juventus, amongst many others, of course, Napoli as well, the other big side, they're spending 200 grand a week on one player, some of these clubs. So the fact that we've got to do it for a whole squad does mean that we're slightly restricted in the way that we've had to go about things in the transfer market. We are still trying to loan out one or two players as well. Oh, we can sell a clause. That's quite nice, isn't it? I think we'll do that. Sell a clause there for Tepsic. Um, so that's just got a little bit more money into the bank, which is quite nice. I think actually that might just about balance everything out in terms of wages. And it does. Excellent stuff. So we're pretty good with our budgets, as you've just seen. But in relation to the transfer window, like I say, we've been extremely busy so far. Um, £800,000 is what's been received. We've spent £1.5 million. So the £800,000 received, it's largely been in terms of loan deals. A lot of the youngsters that we've had that have been bit part players and that we've brought in the last 6 months or so, they've all gone out on loan. So Sekou Kamara, the young attacking midfielder, he has gone out on loan until the end of the season. Flavio Nicoli, the left back, he's gone out on loan until the end of the season. And again, I'm hopeful that when these players come back, they might be ready to challenge for a first team role. And of course, because they've been at the club for a certain amount of time, they could qualify as homegrown as well, which is even better. Akanji, bit of a bit part player. He's gone out on loan as well. Hopefully, he can improve his game a little bit. His actual attributes normally are pretty good, but his physicals need improving. So hopefully, a full year of football could do him the world of good. Christophe Barrow, the young striker, he's gone out on loan to Trelisac. I'm assuming they're in a French league. Yeah, so they're in the French National League. He's a very good striker for that level, if truth be told. So hopefully he will come good there. Arthur Giroud has gone to Cosenza in Serie C. Again, he had a really good season out on loan last season. Hopefully he can do the same again. Ulrik Schiel, the Norwegian defender, he's gone out on a loan to Tromsdalen in Norway. Benedetti has gone to KMSK Dines in the Belgian second division. Again, he could do quite well there. He's a reasonable striker, so hopefully again he will come good there. James Jakobsen has gone out on loan to Halmstad in Sweden for the season. Again, he improved quite a lot on his previous loan spell. Hopefully he can do the same again this season. Christopher Mallard has gone to FC Rouen on a season-long loan. Again, not too sure exactly what's going to happen with him. He's not really improved from his loan spell last season, but hopefully he can do it this season. Tom Ritzy Hulsman, who was our third choice, he was our third choice goalkeeper. We sold him to Hull. He wasn't going to play. He's on a lot more money to be a bit part player at Hull, and he's just going to gradually just see out his career on better money, I think. So he went for £75,000. Feko Koulibaly went to Como for how much was it? Sorry, £500,000. He was a good utility player to have across that back four. His physicals and mental attributes were good, but his technical attributes weren't good enough. And unfortunately, he just didn't improve enough. So we've let him go for 500,000. And lastly, Diogo has gone out on a loan deal to Olbia for the season as well. Olbia based in Serie B. So hopefully, if he can get a good amount of football in Serie B, he will come back a better player as well. So then we move over to the incomings. And again, a little bit of a mix and match we've had, but I think we've strengthened in certain positions and it's worked out quite well for us. So Eliza Mayenda, we agreed a deal to sign him on a free transfer in January, February time from Sunderland. Um, I like him, if truth be told. He's only a 2.5 star quality player. He can improve to a 4 star quality, even at this level. But overall attributes, again, they look quite good. And he was a striking option that we certainly needed. He's got a good amount of pace as well. Hopefully, he will improve and get off to a good start in his career here at Messina. Alessandro Nunzianti, a 21-year-old Italian goalkeeper that we brought in, £1.5 million. He's already worth 3 times that. Very good young goalkeeper, if truth be told. His mental attributes are fantastic. His technical attributes can do with a little bit of improvement, but at 6'4", he's a big man to have in between the sticks. And Brazil has been linked with a move away. And Nunzianti is a 3 star quality goalkeeper, as is Brazil. So if anything happens with Brazil, Nunzianti will certainly be stepping into that role, and we may have to go into the market for another goalkeeper anyway, just to get that third choice in there. Isaac Torre, really good sign in this one. He was linked with bigger clubs than us, but he decided to come in. Bear in mind, wages are astronomical. He came in on a free transfer. He's on £19,500 a week, worth between £6 and £7 million. He is 6'8". He is going to be a massive, massive danger from those set pieces. Really good player to have. 25 years old. Comes in with a decent amount of experience as well, if truth be told. He's played in League 2 and also in League 1 as well. He's also been on loan in the Scottish Premiership, and he's done the rounds a little bit. But between League 1 and League 2, he's had plenty of football, and I think he's going to be a very useful player to have in at centre back, especially at 6'8". And with those set pieces, we could have a danger man once again with Coliseco also challenging for that role. Obviously, with the exit of Grimeland last season, we needed a new first team left back, and we have got one. Paulo Reyna has come into the side, a Peruvian international, 23 caps for Peru. It's rare that we've managed to bring in an actual international, but again, attributes very, very good. 3.5 star quality player, even at Serie A level. Pace is really good technical attributes, really solid mentally as well. Hopefully, he will do well for us. Unfortunately, he did take a knock in pre-season, so he won't be there for the cup game today, but he should be ready for the start of the league campaign with a bit of luck. And again, really strong signing there. We also needed to strengthen at right back, obviously with Koulibaly leaving, and I can't remember the other right back that we had now, but they left as well. Um, we needed cover in that position also. Francesco Donati has come in, a 27-year-old Italian fullback. He's not capped at all, and he probably won't ever be capped. But again, really solid option for us. Good physicals, good mental attributes, reasonable defensive attributes overall as well. 3.5 star quality right back. Really important to have those that quality in the fullback areas for us, because we know obviously we don't play with wingers, do we? So the fullbacks have got to have that energy. And I think Donati is a solid signing. And he's also 6'1", which is quite sizable for a right back, but subject to requirement, he can also play reasonably well enough at centre back at 3 star current ability in that position. So I think again, we've done quite well. Paulo Reyna is also a 6 foot left back. So we've got the height and quality in there. Hopefully that will continue. And lastly, so far, in terms of signings, a central midfield player, 3 star quality holding midfielder, Jonas Harder. He's 22 years of age. He's, like I say, he is Italian. He doesn't really have the necessary quality at the moment in comparison to the likes of Coliseco and Hiralainen. But again, we needed a homegrown player in terms of the nation. He has come in, and again, I think he'll be a decent signing. Again, free transfer, largely played at Serie B level and Serie C, in fact, as well. But he has made a couple of appearances in Serie A previously for Fiorentina, but hopefully he can come good here and gradually potentially work his way into the squad. So overall, it's been a pretty successful transfer window so far. Um, we have we did have some players on the shortlist at one point, but at the moment we're pretty much well covered, and we've got a young goalkeeper in our youth academy as well. I mean, obviously we've got all these players out on loan at the moment, but as a third choice goalkeeper, we've got Delator, and he is improving reasonably well, the young 18-year-old keeper. So again, as a third choice, if really push really came to shove, we can bring him in to be an emergency backup goalkeeper. So going into today's game, I'm hopeful that we can get a good result. There's no reason why we shouldn't be able to, but we have got a reasonably youthful squad, if truth be told, and obviously we tried to improve in a number of positions. It has been quite difficult to sort everything out, but overall, I'm really happy with it, the way everything's setting up, and just see how things go. Um, so going into today's game, we've got Brazil in goal, Diori Torre making his debut in there, Carstens and Donati making his debut, Hirilainen and Seiko with midfield, Burdick, Banzuzi and Camden in behind Mamadou Ba. Really big season this year for Mamadou Ba. We tried to get Omani back. We couldn't get him in, unfortunately. He wanted far too much money in relation to his wages. So as things go, we've had to stick with what we've got. We have got the options up front, though, with Malaka and Mayenda as well. But hopefully, we can get off to a good start here. It'd be nice to have a bit of a cup run, if truth be told. But our main cause this season is trying to stay in Serie A. It's going to be a huge, huge challenge because from a financial perspective, we compete with no club at all. We are very much rooted at the bottom of the financial table in Serie A. So anything we can do, any results that we can grind out, it will all matter massively. As Donati gets in behind, finds Thomas Burdick, and reasonably well worked move there. Donati getting to cut inside a little bit. Burdick strike reasonably comfortably blocked. One thing we are lacking, I mean, Seiko delivering that there, and Carstens with the header. Unfortunately, it goes over the bar. We are lacking a proper set piece taker, and it is a bit of a concern of mine at the moment. And it is the one thing that I think I will try and seek out in the rest of the transfer window. We are desperate for at least one, maybe even two quality set piece takers that have got that first team quality that will play regularly for us. It's going to be very difficult to find them, but I am hopeful that we can. And even if they don't have the quality to start regularly, if we can find younger players that have the potential to improve, I'm willing to play them because we need, and they've got good set piece attributes, of course. I am willing to play them because we are desperate for good set piece takers because, especially from corners, they could be vital to our season this season. And it's going to be a very, very important campaign, this one. And obviously, if things go badly, it could be our last season in charge. I don't know exactly what the board want from me this season. Obviously, the ideal situation is an attempt to avoid relegation. We know how difficult it's going to be. We've got a very young squad, very inexperienced, especially at this level. But in terms of the core of the squad, largely we've kept everything together. So there is an opportunity there anyway, but we'll have to see how things go. We'll make a few changes here, largely because we need to. A lot of fitness concerns at the moment. And we are just trying to ease the squad into everything as things stand. And Paulo Reyna's not fit enough at all, is he? And for the time being, we'll just make the four changes. We've got Torre on a yellow card, but we are lacking in depth in one or two positions, which is a bit unfortunate, really. Obviously, we have loaned out a lot of players. They needed to be loaned out to get regular football so that they improve properly. We've taken the risk and got them loaned out, but we'll see whether that works in our favour as the season goes on. Here is Bettini coming down that left-hand side, just laying it back to Diori. We did well to clear the initial chance. He go there back to Torre. Now Bettini. Now Banzuzi. Bettini again. Into Hadja. And now De Klerk. Into Bettini. Now Higo. Really good play here. Very patient build-up. We're going to the last 25 minutes here. There's not actually been too many highlights, has there, so far? Higo lays it inside to Diori. Back to Bettini. That's a lovely pass into Higo. And that is a fantastic team goal. A really, really good finish there from Igor as well. I think he could be a dark horse this season, Igor. He's not necessarily going to start completely regularly, but I think he could definitely force his way into this team as a starter. We saw it once or twice last season. He managed to work his way into the side, and he got a couple of very good goals. I think it was Igor. When I looked at his attributes, his finishing isn't that great, but he does seem to find these opportunities in front of goal, and hopefully that will continue. Ortiz here with the delivery toward that far post. It's very easily cleared by Isaac Toure, and again, set pieces could be so vital to us this season, and having all these big men in the squad could really benefit us. Here is Graves, lays it back to Zarro. Modena have had the number on us a few times so far in this series, but hopefully we're getting to the stage where we're surpassing them in relation to quality. But we'll have to see. Anything can happen in a cup tie, as we well know. Here's Bojanaj. Plays it out wide to Ortiz, looking to swing it in from that left-hand side. It takes a deflection. Hadja did well to clear. Camden couldn't get there, and Katali tried to play it down, and the experience of Donati there, very obvious as he intercepts it very comfortably. Hadja into Bettini, and now Camden. That's a lovely pass over the top, and the pace of Mamadou Bar is showing there, and that is a lovely finish from Mamadou Bar, and this is a really positive start from us. Completely different to the first goal, though. We played it really patiently for the first goal, knocked the ball about well. And yes, we knocked the ball about well there, but it was a bit more route one this time. Pascali Camden with the ball over the top, and Mamadou Bar, lovely finish into the bottom corner. And hopefully it'll do his confidence a bit of good as well. He's going to get a lot of football this season, and it's going to be a case of maintaining. And that is a mistake there from Brazil. He went to claim that, got nowhere near it. It was a good delivery from the set piece, to be fair. Zarro heading it in quite comfortably, and from that, we'll just pause there for a moment. Camden and Banzuzi both struggling a little bit. We'll get Mayenda on, and I think we'll get. Oh, we can't do it anymore, can we? In that case, Capetti can come on, and we'll just confirm that. And hopefully, we're not going to throw this away. Bettina here with a corner, chance to swing it in. Usual tactic toward that far post. In it comes. Isaac Toure should be the target, but it actually came for Hadja. The ball in didn't get as far as we wanted it to, if truth be told, but Hadja attacked it superbly, and it's his first goal for the club. We have a 3-1 lead now, and we're looking pretty comfortable in this cup tie. It's what we needed. We needed a good start in the cup tie. Good performance to boost morale. And it looks like we're going to get it. And we'll drop a bit of praise to the side because yes, we've been promoted. We're still on a high from last season, but it's very easy to just get a bit complacent in these situations. And we have to maintain everything that we've been doing. As Brazil tries to kick out, it wasn't the best, but it's fallen nicely in the end for Camden. And now Igor, who, again, he's had a very good game since coming on, Igor. Very good performance from him. Camden into Hadja. And now Bettini. Plays it into Mamadou Bar. There was a hint of offside there, but it didn't fall for him. So the game continues, and Camden now coming down this right-hand side. Opportunity to swing it into the penalty area, and he does really well, in fact. And Capetti with the strike, and it was a lovely bit of goalkeeping from Gagno. And I think there may have been a hint of offside there, which is why the game just slowed to a stop there. But in the end, a very positive performance. Diori rating a 7. Big season potentially for him. I was potentially going to be loaning him out this season, but he's going to be our cover for left back and right back. And obviously with Reina currently injured, Diori rating a 7. Not doing his chances a lot of harm of staying in the side for the time being. Donati, great debut from him, 7.4 rating. Brazil, not the best, obviously made the error that led to the goal. But Bettini and Hadja coming on in central midfield. Both excellent performances, an assist for Bettini and the goal for Hadja. Coliseco rating well as well. Camden, Igor and Bar, very good performances as well. So certainly no complaints with that performance. So going ahead, we've got some tough games to start off the season, unfortunately, as is always the way. But it's not going to be quite as tough as September, which is when we're going to come in for our first games. So we've got Fiorentina, Genoa and Bologna in our first 3 games. If we can get a couple of points out of those 3 matches, I will be pretty happy. And if we can get any points in September, I will be buzzing. Because with the likes of Roma, AC Milan and Juventus to play, it is going to be extremely difficult. And to be fair, even in October, I'm looking at that fixture list there. Napoli, Lazio, and Inter Milan with Cagliari in the middle. We need to try and keep morale up. Despite the potential of heavy defeats, we need to keep morale up. So it's going to be tough. And I fear the worst this season, if truth be told, but we can go out there and just try our best. We've got three games in three Serie A matches, should I say, in the remainder of August, but we'll come back at the start of September for Roma and Brianza away from home. We'll have a bit more of a transfer roundup, if anything worthy of note has happened, and hopefully we can push on from there. So until next time, guys, thank you very much for your support. Please like, subscribe to the channel. It is all greatly appreciated. I will see you all next time. This is Big Will, signing away.